Hello students and welcome to Edupedia World. My name is Shivam Mishra and today we are going to discuss the solutions to IIT JEE Advanced 2015 paper 2. Okay students, let us have a look at question numbers 17 and 18. They are comprehension based paragraph questions. First let us have a look at the paragraph. Now this question is based out of thermochemistry and it says that when 100 ml of 1 molar HCl is mixed with 100 ml of 1 molar NaOH. So just by reading this particular statement we know that HCl is a strong acid and NaOH is a strong base. So obviously there is going to be a strong acid base reaction. HCl plus NaOH on reaction are going to form, neutralization reaction will take place. They will form NaCl plus your water. Okay, fine, let's read ahead. In an insulated beaker, so this reaction is taking place in an insulated beaker at constant pressure. So basically the heat exchanged at constant pressure, this is one very important term which we generally use in thermodynamics. Whenever you encounter situations of constant pressure, the heat absorbed or released will be equal to the change in enthalpy of the system, which is normally the case in thermochemistry. A temperature increase of 5.7 degrees centigrade was measured for the beaker and its contents, and this has been reported as experiment 1. So basically what we are doing, we are carrying out the reaction of a strong acid and strong base, and all neutralization reactions, as we all know, are always exothermic in nature. That means heat is always released, and due to that there is an increase of 5.7 degrees centigrade which was measured for the beaker. This has been reported as experiment 1. Further, it says that because the enthalpy of neutralization of a strong acid with a strong base is a constant, that is, we have been given the value of the delta H neutralization, which we generally remember from our study notes, that delta H neutralization has been given as minus 57.0 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so this is the value of delta H neutralization which we have been given for strong acid, strong base. I would also like to add the point over here that the value of delta H neutralization for all strong acid base reactions is a fixed value, because fundamentally the reaction which is taking place over here is that H plus OH minus, H plus from the acid and OH minus from the base combine to give you water. This is the fundamental reaction which takes place in all neutralization reactions. Okay, now it says that this delta H neutralization is 57 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so this per mole is one very important thing which you need to realize over here, that this per mole is per mole of H2O in case of neutralization. Fine. So what do I mean by per mole of H2O? I mean that 57 kilojoule of heat will be released when 1 mole of H2O is formed according to this particular reaction. Now if we come back to the experiment, we have 100 milliliter 1 molar HCl. That means we have 100 millimoles of HCl. Okay, and similarly I have 100 milliliter 1 molar NaOH. That also means that I have 100 millimole of NaOH. Fine. So these are two strong acids and strong bases. They are in 1:1 molar ratio and they both would be completely consumed. There would not be any limiting reagent, and as a result of this we will get 100 millimole of water. Okay, and 100 millimole of water would mean 0.1 mole of water. So this is one very important fact which you need to realize, that although the heat of neutralization is 57 kilojoule, that means 57 kilojoule of heat is released, but that is for 1 mole of H2O. In this case you are only getting 0.1 mole of H2O, so that means that is 1/10 of the number of moles. So basically your Q release will also be 1/10, and that means the heat released will be 1/10 of 57 kilojoule, and that would give us the data as 5.7 kilojoule. Fine. So this is the amount of heat that will be released, and Further, it says that the temperature rise is 5.7 degrees centigrade. So if I take the calorimeter constant as, let's say, CT, I'll just take you to the next page. We'll read the question later on. If I just take the calorimeter constant as CT, so I can say that my Q release will be equal to the calorimeter constant, that is the total heat capacity of the calorimeter, into the change in temperature, that is delta T. Now Q release was 5.7 kilojoule, okay, and similarly my delta T was also 5.7 degrees centigrade, and this gives me the value of CT, that is the calorimeter constant, as 1 kilojoule per degree centigrade. Okay, this will be my value of CT, 1 kilojoule per degree centigrade. Fine. Let me come back to the question. It again says that this experiment can be used to measure the calorimeter constant, so we have already calculated that. Let us read the question further. It says in another experiment, that is experiment 2, we have taken 100 milliliter of 2 molar acetic acid, the Ka value of which has been given, and it is mixed with 100 milliliter of 1 molar NaOH under identical conditions to experiment 1, when a temperature rise of 5.6 degrees centigrade was measured. Okay, and that brings me to the question we have been asked: the enthalpy of dissociation in kilojoule per mole of acetic acid obtained from experiment 2. Now in experiment 2, what is happening is that we are carrying out the reaction of acetic acid, that is a weak acid, with a strong base. First of all, let us write down the equation: CH3COH plus NaOH. This on reaction will form sodium acetate, that is CH3COONA plus water. Okay, and this reaction is that of a weak acid, that is a Wa, and a strong base. So obviously you must remember that weak acids utilize some part of the energy for their ionization. So in case any of one of the components, either the acid or the base, is weak, then the heat released is less than that for a strong acid base, which in this case happens to be 57 kilojoule per mole. So now first of all, let me calculate the heat released in this case. Q release can be easily calculated, as I have already calculated the value of CT and delta T has been given to me. If I substitute both the values, I will get 5.6 kilojoule as the total heat released. Okay, but this 5.6 kilojoule, if I take you back to the question again, see, we had taken 100 milliliter of 2 molar acetic acid. That means I have 200 millimoles of acetic acid, and I have 100 millimoles of NaOH, and this is going to form 100 millimole, that is 0.1 mole of water. So this is the amount of heat released for 0.1 mole of water. So per mole of water, as I had already explained, the value of delta H neutralization for a weak acid in this case would be 5.6 kilojoule is for 0.1 mole. So for 1 mole we will do it into multiplied by 10. So it will come out to be 56 kilojoule per mole. Okay, and now as we can see, there is a difference of 1 kilojoule. So this 1 kilojoule would have been definitely utilized by acetic acid for its dissociation. So that would be my enthalpy of dissociation, that is the value of delta H dissociation would come out to be 1 kilojoule per mole. So that means my answer would be A for this question. Thank you.